across the raid for the second one. I don't know if you want to give that a try.
Yeah, I can try it out. Do I just pop big cooldown?
He did not say. He just said he can solo smoke it with defensive. So probably not Iron Fur, but Bark Skin and the other one, or rotate our 2 Guardian Spirits on you, or 1 Guardian Spirit.
Would it be because maybe he can reflect it?
I doubt it. It's a targeted ground effect AoE off the tank's location. Okay. I don't think you can reflect that.
Alright, we can try it out.
Reflect will still reduce magic damage by 20%, but...
Our group set up for soaks yet? Whoa, there's a lot of markers on the group.
Well, if we're doing the one tank soak for the one, then it's just everybody stands on one side of the boss and the tank stands on the other side, right? So we need to give it a try before we know if we should just split the groups and go back to what it was.
Oh, okay.
So whichever tanks the obliterate first will take it by yourself.
I got one, good, thank you.
I thought you said you needed one.
Oh, JoJo gave me one. We're good.
Well then, let us begin.
Oh, God.
I don't think you need to ice block with the tank, but if you want to, that's fine. It will split the excess damage with your block, probably.
Alright, where's the raid gonna stack?
Left side. So, star, diamond, square orientation. Obviously, you don't need to tank him directly between the 2 citadels, especially since these might be too close, but idea is that line is the dividing line beyond your sides.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna stand on X.
Ooh, yikes.
I thought I had only done one.
Rally this one over. The other CD, the next one.
Our mastery up.
Start moving in. Good job.
Don't heal me.
Charge depleted. Meltdown imminent.
Obliterate.
I mean, you just collapsed the obliterate. I'm not sure how it's supposed to also, but...
Ciphers defended, returning to dormancy.
That should make the symbols a little clearer. Try to tank in between. No. Eolus gets to be by himself.
What?
You get to be by yourself.
Oh, group wise.
So what's our plan? Are we doing the same thing?
So giving up a couple tries, see if it gets any better.
Alright. I had Super Bear and Instincts up for the first one, and it nearly killed me.
Call out right before the second one, and I'll try to sack you on it too.
And we don't have very many big externals. Like, File's
Well,
not gonna survive that. He's gonna
Nerix
die for one death save, and then maybe Guardian Spirit. So we could just go back to the other way.
Yeah, Nerix also mentioned a mage can ice block it with Sal to just have the damage.
I can also shield bubble and sit with Sal on the first one if you want.
I mean, we can rotate immunities for each one. That's fine too. We get one each crystal, right, or battery. We can give that a try. But I just saw you both get decked both times.
Yeah. Also with Sal, this one on bubble and see if it makes much of a difference. If it does, then we can start using some immunities with it.
Okay. We can go with 2 mages split on the first one, mage to hunter split on the second one, and then, or who can get their cooldown up quicker. Mages cancel it. Mages go first because they had cold snap, right?
Well, two of us
them
do. Yeah.
Two.
So
Is it physical or magic damage?
What's physical or magical?
As far as the damage, is it physical or on the spash?
I think the rend is.
Is the impact Sunder is physical, Obliterate is physical plus arcane.
Is that because I might be able to bop someone with them on another one too? At least to do part of the damage, because if it has arcane after, that obviously won't be affected.
You'd have to like do something cheeky, like tie it with DKMS, something like that.
That or rogue cloak.
Yeah, there's a lot of craziness going on for it.
Yeah, it's a lot of synergy.
Rogue could probably feint and cloak it, or just feint it, but I don't think it's really that big a deal. We have enough immunities, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll see how it even works with one more immunity on him this one.
So, order asked, where do you want the immunity soaking? Like on Diamond, Star, and Moon?
yes, on that tank, whichever one's in that location.
So the one's going to be getting basically stacked with those going to be Sal every time, right? And Vile's going to be taking on the group. Are we swapping tanks that are going to get soloing?
Not. As far as I know, we aren't. I will always be taking the first Sunder and the first Obliterate, and I will be taunting to the group.
There, I sent out an EMT. Does that work?
So basically, we're just standing on the bear when he's going to get smashed.
Yep. So, at the Sunder, you could probably just ice block bubble with that, and then you'll take the Obliteration right afterwards before it wears off.
Good.
So you don't have to worry about positioning.
I don't think we need a double Soka, do we?
I think it would help. I mean, it's 170,000 damage plus a 62k. And if he used Bear plus Feral Instincts and Barkskin potentially as well, and barely survived.
Yeah, then you just cut that in half.
You don't get that on every one though. If he's taking every one of them.
Yeah, so I'll bubble with him, sit him on the first one, and then for the second one he takes, I can also throw a sack on him.
Let's see what happens. I had Incarn and Survival. I did not have the other one because I was saving it for the second one. Anyway, the first Sunder and the first Splitter are gonna be in purple.
Oh, my marker on
And
the
take the taunt.
Was that both from one side?
Yeah, didn't take taunt time.
I'd jump off.
Okay. Cause it seemed like the first one didn't get hit too terribly bad.
Bye for a world.
Like 4 people also got flattened on the first one.
No, I wasn't sure if that was from that or something else.
Ciphers defended, returning to dormancy.
So, how are we doing this? Because I remember yesterday the original plan was going really good, and now we're trying something else.
So we are trying to mitigate how much damage is going out, and minimizing movement for our classes, so we can increase our damage. Because yes, we were living, but we got to the final pillar with 45% left on the boss. That's nowhere near close enough to meet the DPS check.
Isn't that because people were dead?
No, not really.
Yeah, we don't have too many people dead.
And people dying would, not getting chunked down to half their health constantly would help out with people dying. Right?
And if this doesn't pick up here shortly, we can always go back to that.
Yeah,
but
we'll give this another attempt or two and see if we can get through it. If it doesn't, because this is how we'd probably want to do it in Mythic, so it'd be good just to have an idea of doing the strategy consistently. But so the thing is each time the attack sequence goes out, he will sunder, obliterate, obliterate, sunder. So one tank who has the boss at the time will be stacked up with his 2 soakers on one side, which would be star, diamond, or moon relative to the boss. They will just, when it happens, they use their immunity, the boss will sunder them and obliterate them, no big deal. Then the other tank taunts before that obliterate finishes its cast, and then it obliterates the raid. Raid will be relative on the boss side to X, circle, and triangle.
So, wait, so the raid is only going to stand on X, circle, or triangle? For obliterate?
Yes.
Correct.
You pretty much just always stand on his ass, essentially. And then when the obliterate happens, the tank will taunt it on top of us. And then he will move off to the side for the following sunder. So there should be no reason for you to have to worry about moving too much relative to what's going on. You just stay on the left side of the boss.
Okay. But I thought we can only soak 1 obliterate.
We're only soaking one.
only soaking one. Basically, there's going to be an immunity and Sal soaking one by themselves, and then the raid's going to take the other one.
Okay.
Can we figure out what markers aren't being used and mark the tanks with those? I tried circle and diamond, and they're used.
Triangle, moon, square, X, skull.
Okay, so choose the triangle and moon or not?
Triangle and moon or not. It is star, circle, and diamond are being used. Ideally, everybody stays pretty close in melee if you're not doing a mechanic. This way, the other people that are running out don't have to run so far. Take that obliterate. That was on the tank.
How'd that feel, Sal?
Good.
We had a couple extra mages in there though that time.
Nope, there's 2 mages. No one's supposed to be there.
Oh, okay, I thought we were just doing 1 immunity plus Sal on each one or something.
Rally Nobu.
Nobu dead.
upside.
Bean.
Soaker has the thing.
I'm trying to get B-res on a healer for white protection.
Alright, so that was a better attempt. Let's go ahead and wipe it up. Let's move on to the next one. Make sure we have a B-res out on the healer.
I got one, so go ahead.
Jump, please. Everybody jump. One goes now.
Ciphers defended, returning to dormancy.
These markers are somewhat irrelevant now, right? So if we're doing just the solo soak.
Yeah, pretty much. Just have everybody be behind the boss. And
So
then
there's less clutter.
until Vile's taunts, basically.
Yeah, we got the markers on the tank. It's just a lot easier to follow them, right? We get fort too when you got a second ball.
May the light give me strength to provide a worthy challenge.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Suppression field. Disintegration.
Stop, can you move over a little bit away from this?
Charge depleted. Meltdown in progress.
Remember, Ray, you should be on green right now.
Still don't heal me.
Suppression field. Disintegration.
Is that the beam? try to lift this and then wipe afterwards. There's one. Got one more.
Very cool.
Alright,
First ones. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All right, and then all right, let's go and wipe.
Established. The Guardian.
Yeah, I mean we had 2 healers down at that point. I mean it's
Ciphers defended.
one of those things.
By too far.
Yeah, I can see you.
There we go. Yeah, I fell rushed and it went really far.
What killed both healers?
Oh, I thought I barely hit the zone for Sal's smash on the second one without the shield. Thought it was clear, but it was a little bit bigger than the graphic. So that was just bad position.
Moves that second one. Yeah, that is our soak, right? The second one.
Okay, yeah, so I'll be going on the second one. I used my shield on the first one. I didn't realize the mages were going on the first one, so I'll save it for the second one this time. So we're doing what, mages, then us, and then what, the hunters on the other one?
I think they're Karna's going to use Frostnet.
Okay. Oh, Cold Sniper.
Am I doing the second one?
No.
Third.
Yeah, that was first.
Because it's still not fast enough. You're first and third is what they have you listed under.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready, Chrono?
Oh, I want to figure this out real quick. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Alright, just making sure.
All right. One final note before we do this: make sure we're avoiding the big beam, the big disintegration beam. If you get hit by that, it's a pretty gnarly dot. There's already enough damage going out in the fight. Let's make sure we're avoiding it.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ciphers.
Great stack on triangle. Stay away from the moon. boss so you can dodge his laser.
Beam soon.
Charge depleted. Meltdown in progress.
Obliterate. Watch out for beam.
I rallied that.
Great seed, get ready to move in after this explosion. Yeah.
Link established. The Guardian will be incoming.
Radiant energy.
Beam.
Out of there.
I get hit with a.
Meltdown in progress.
It's gonna be Reza
Threat neutralization.
for wipe
Yeah,
control.
The circle. The circle
Yep.
got through you.
Clipped, yeah.
So can we run the circles completely out?
No.
No, you will die if you
No.
leave that circle.
Okay.
You just have to run to the outer edges.
Yeah.
I will say there have been a couple of times where I was in a bad spot for the beam, and I like barely clipped out as the beam went off, so I didn't really take that much damage from it, but I also had wall up. So it's like, you can literally step out for a split second if you time it correctly, but that is on you if you die.
I don't know where the shamans are using their spirit links. Maybe spirit link the transition of like try to get it so it's positioned so it's still affecting us as we're running into the circle and taking that purging protocol. So
I'm just gonna use mine on the second pillar. I've been
I like
using
all out
Healing
there.
Tide on the first one.
I found out too. I think I can use Aura Mastery at the last second on the first blast and hit both because it's like a 5 or 6 second cast in the last 8 seconds.
okay. I don't know if you guys have assigned healer cooldowns. If
I was going on the first
second
two.
one, Trucker, use your spirit link on the first one, and then you should be able to use it on the third one.
Talking about the protocol, right?
I was literally putting it in the
Yeah.
note. I put it backwards. Hold on.
Oh.
Nobi, you there?
Pass out.
Is that how you want to sound?
That works, yeah. And then
As
Chucker
this-
can use it for the fourth one, and if Veneers is up again, she can use hers at any point after that. Because we will get one more purging protocol unless we're like ahead of the damage. If we're pushing the enrage timer, we'll get one more.
Wait,
So.
this doesn't.
What?
Thank you.
Could we also put in a darkness on each one and then a rally on one to give ourselves some more time?
I would do Darkness or Rally. I mean, depending on how many we have on either the second or third, because I'm going to Aura Mastery with the Spirit Link on the first one, because I can hit both casts. And then might be up again for the third.
Yeah, I would say just you could throw in a rally on each of them. I think I'm pretty sure you'll have 3 minutes up from the first pillar to the third pillar, but I'm not 100% sure because I have my 3 minutes up from pull to second pillar.
And just to make sure, you want Spirit Link when we're on the pillar, or just the first protocol.
Wherever you think is best. Personally, I think if you put it on just out, like say I'm right outside the circle and I'm the boss. If you put it right at the edge of the circle, so we take the purging protocol, and then as we're moving into the circle, we're still in the spirit link.
So, you mean
So
on the
kind of right on the
second-
edge,
the
right
second
before the second
purging
cast goes
protocol
off.
cast.
Okay.
That's what he's saying.
That's what I was asking.
And
Yeah.
not where, but like when.
Yeah, yes, on the second purging protocol cast for that pillar.
Yeah, like right as the cast is about to go off, so you still have it as you're going into the circle.
That's what I was trying to get across.
I got you, man. I understand. I speak sour. Don't worry.
I got people
Same.
asking
I'm
for
better at
lock
this point.
cookies.
Yeah, Sub, can you drop some lock rocks, bud?
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, and if
Eat
you
us.
guys, it looks like on that second pillar, there are going to be bombs right as the purging protocol goes out. Use a health stone then. Like, that is an ideal time to use it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ciphers.
Get a res on Moose.
Already did.
Is that Val running out of the take that?
You're probably too close and you clip cells.
No, it was a 7.
Just number 2. Good.
Spirit Link, clearly Spirit Link this was.
Established. The Guardian will be empowered.
Thumbs out.
Beam soon.
Beams out.
Charge depleted. Meltdown in progress.
There's my wiper.
Yeah, it's white. It's white quick.
Established. The Guardians will be empowered.
Returning to Barmancy.
Yeah, you still get the debuff. This is what it is, man. It's not a big deal. It's a learning experience.
I have many, many wares.
Alright, here we go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
Suppression field.
This is why you don't shoot someone in the face the first time you meet them.
Good advice.
If you do that, they won't be a problem.
He is not wrong there.
Get ready for raid cooldown. First obliteration. Nothing, and taking for the man. Okay, get inside.
So is that how you want the spirit link?
Yeah, that was perfect.
Alright, cool.
Bombs, get out.
Even soon.
Oh shit.
Meltdown in progress.
Keep going, keep practicing.
Jojo, can you buff or should we just save it?
Let's save it, let's save it. Laser's gonna come out soon. There it is. Okay, and then another set of bombs.
Spirit link. Okay, move. Move in.
Link established. The guard will be encountered.
Go ahead, Wyvern.
You gotta move quick with those bombs, don't be greedy.
Charge depleted. Meltdown in progress.
I think you guys should maybe actually not stall the extra 4 seconds and just move them in instantly, so there's a little less overlap of the bombs and the beam. Will that fix that? I'm not sure, because while he's channeling right, it's delaying his
Time
now.
based.
Or what about taking one cast and see how that goes?
We tried one cast yesterday and we were behind like
Oh,
20%
okay.
on the enriched timer. The only other idea is we could do like 3 on the first one and then 2 after that.
We'll be fine. We need assign healer cooldowns for that though.
I was gonna say, how long does Spirit Link last? Because the cast basically one comes out right after the first one. It's a 4 or 5 second cast, so I can learn Mastery 2.
6 seconds.
Okay, so if you time it out just perfectly, you might be able to get 2 casts worth, but it's gonna close.
Yeah, I think I dropped it a little bit before first.
I think it's better to have it overlapping with the run into the bubble than the 2 smashes.
Yeah.
Okay. So then if we're gonna do 3, then they would just want to use it like right as 3 is about to go off.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hold off as long as I can.
So I can try to Aura Mastery for 1, 2 with a Rally or something, and Shaman for 3 with the Spirit Link.
I don't know if we're trying 3. Do you think it's worth it? Anybody else agree that it might fix the timing? Because we are getting the bombs and the dodge laser
shot.
overlapping pretty much. Might help.
Do you want to do it just on that second one or on the first one as well?
I would say just on one of them, just the first one, and see if it splits it for the rest of the fight.
All right.
Bella used what was it? Salvin anywhere? I forget the name of the ability. Your OP one.
Currently they take 3 on Mythic, but I'm pretty sure by the time we get this far we'll only need to take 2.
Yeah,
damage
because
wise. So
if we're gonna take 3, then I think we should use like salve or healing tide or something for that third.
Brad is using his on the first one along with Trigger's Spirit
so,
Link and Rally.
yeah,
But what
so
I'm
I'll be
saying
able
is if we're
to.
taking 3, we
Yeah,
need
but I
to
can
put
hit
the
1 and
throughput.
2 with Aura Mastery, and then Shaman can hit 3 with the Spirit Link.
Yeah, but we need throughput at that point. That's still just DR. There's really no throughput.
Oh, I'll be popping wings and everything else with it too. But.
I mean, healers are doing 10k pretty much. So there's a lot of throughput. The only other thing I
No,
would suggest is being another
what?
healer.
But no, you're missing the point. It's designating one person to use.
I know
that.
what you're saying for raid
Yes.
cooldown for throughput. I'm just
for the third one. That's it. That's all I'm asking.
okay.
If you want to just
So,
do a
one
healing
person
tide for each
playing-
one or something.
Yeah, one shaman healing tide, along with the spirit link, right, or something like that.
I could do both if you want me to.
Yeah, I mean we have enough shamans, we can alternate.
Yeah, so if the Shamans, whenever they're just going to do their Spirit Link, can do both at the same time or back to back.
Yeah.
Or start off. I mean, because healing tide lasts a decent amount, right? It's gonna last that whole phase almost.
12 seconds. Less 12 seconds.
Yeah,
So that'll probably be easily second and third cast. You might even get the first, depending on when you draw.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's what we should do then. It's just for the shamans, if it's your spirit link totem, you're gonna healing tide those smashes as well.
Okay. Cool.
The note says, oh, okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ciphers.
Oh shit, that was the wrong blink.
It's white. Just wipe it.
Yeah.
A lot of healers there.
You have a B-res on the healer yet?
I blink with the other eye.
Well, I did the space blink to back up, and it pushed me forward, which is not how it's supposed to. Hmm.
Hello, you hungry people.
Get buffs out. Let's shout. Get forward.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ciphers.
Suppression field deactivation.
we're taking one more.
Spirit Link, we need a
Any
Spirit Link.
defenses you have to help out.
It's white. Just
Yeah, we
get
need
out.
way more than that. Let's just check the timing. Keep them in here. Keep them in here. Never mind.
I mean, we're gonna have to get to the next pillar before we get that. We can't do that.
The over timing's the same. So I don't think it matters.
Yeah, the timer's reset. She answers.
Yeah. So it's irrelevant how long you take. That's why I was saying I think if you just move them in instantly, and then maybe it would underlap, or it would overlap less. But I think it just naturally overlaps. That's just how it goes. So.
Yeah, I think it's something we have to deal with.
Yep. We can maybe alternate rallies at that point because it'll last. Or not rally. Our movement speed buffs. I was using it when we leave, but I can just use it as soon as those go out. Then those people can position easier and move out of the beam easier. And then we have 2 of them. We can alternate them. No big deal. It lasts forever. So.
Your corpses will make fine morsels for my new drink.
I'll do the first one, so I'll get the second one, I'll do the third. Sound good?
Yeah, that works. Make sure that if you get a bomb on you, alright, you cannot be greedy with the bombs. You gotta move immediately.
Yeah. Preferably with a movement speed ability if you have one.
Yes.
Because me and Bell tried to both run on one attempt and ended up getting blown up. Just trying to make it there in time and I immediately booked it.
Alright, I swapped off of AG for Windrush, so I'll drop it once the bombs go out. They're in the pillar.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ciphers.
Alright, I need you to fill my spot on the second circ. With your extra block.
Doing 3 again?
No.
Alright. I'm gonna go in immediately after 2.
Okay. Ready to start moving over? You ready?
Established. The Guardian will be empowered. Charge depleted. Meltdown in progress.
Bombs it out.
Charge depleted. Meltdown in progress.
Bombs it out. Yales, can you block this one?
No. I got a minute.
Um,
Bodor should have it.
Brad, you do it. Alright.
The shield's
I
on
mean,
cooldown.
Guardian.
Got sack up.
Just die with him. It's fine, I'll make sure he doesn't go down. I paid for your sins, I was going to carry the damage.
We got 2 frost mages here.
So you got the cooldowns up.
Yeah,
After this, let's get Sour up. Do we have any other? How many viewers do we have?
Beam.
we're about to have to. So.
Charge depleted. Meltdown in progress.
Trucker has cooldowns back up.
Alright, get Teach and get Sour up. Okay, Teach on. Get Darth up. Get Darth up. Rebuffs.
In, out.
Beam, look out. We have another set of bombs come in. Anything you have, anything left in the tank. Burn now.
Got healing tied down.
Any defenses you have, use them. This is a kill.
Oh, nice AMZ. Nice.
Good job.
I guess we're worth something with that rebuff.
I got a weapon.
I got Ember like usual.
I got a PvP cog.
No healing weapon. GG.
Point to note for the next week when we're doing this boss, some of you don't have a lot of mobility with your damage or just in general, and you're moving really far out, and other people aren't running in afterwards quickly. I was paying too much attention to trying not to hit Bell and not hitting a defensive, which was dumb on my part, but still, I know people need to do whatever they need to do, but try not to stand out. Really hurts the overall.
So basically, Lamau caster.
I mean, Melee, you get your time to shine. Good job. Have fun. It's good to see a fight that you guys can shine on.
Yeah, the one fight in the entire expansion every time else is anti-melee except Drustagath and Nyloth wears fuckcasters. So, melee, rise up, this is our one fight.
Ow.
And also something for next week, I got obliterated by somebody's bomb on my first death. They're essentially like one person goes direct opposite of the raid, and then the 2 other people kind of fan out on the side. And the raid is like literally needs to be up the boss's ass, so that way there's enough room that we don't kill each other or the raid.
There is a weak aura that the old first raiders were using that just told one person to go far. Which would be the middle one. We're going for that as
I would just say this: if Nobu gets the bomb, I'm just leaping out the fuck out of the raid.
I mean, that's good. That's what you're supposed to do.
Because I got no other use for it.
Correct. Vile, you could. I know you use leap at the end, but you could be using leap at any point to get rid of that slam instead of walking out too.
Sure.
Anybody
Just
have
might be easier to
celestial
knock dead
guidance?
people.
Yeah, I got one open up trade.
Yeah, I did open trade as well.
Should I release?
Low tier enchants, Kona can do. High enchants, Missy will still.
Nah, crash on them.
Thank you.
Yep.
Once Yellis is back, I don't know if he's here now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just find me somewhere.
So we're doing Fatescribe next?
Yep.
Find the triangle. No, shit. There. Hold on, I'll go into this. I can do it. Add you to boost.
Oh shit, I'm stunned.
Do
Yeah.
tanks do the minigame?
No,
Bro?
no.
Okay, I saw some weak auras that were linked. I wasn't sure if I should get them because I'm pretty sure they're minigame related.
Thank you.
They are.
If somebody can share them, that when we get there, that'd be great.
Yeah, I didn't get them because I figured I wasn't a part of that.
And
something there.
the minigame thing will just assign people to a color for moving the thing when they get the debuff. That allows them to move the scribe thing.
Oh, see you, Crash.
Ow.
I think I'm DCing.
Thank God JoJo wasn't in combat.
I started rezzing you before I got in combat.
Yeah, the little add-on does that for us. It will assign people so we don't have to think about it in the middle of the fight. You just find your rune and go do it. If people are good at it, ideally you should never have to turn it right. You will just always turn it left. But you have to start it like pretty much instantly if you're far. So people need to be on it. That is the only mechanic that matters in this fight. You do that right, we kill it. And I know in normal we had a few people that like had their rune bug and it just wouldn't move, and for some reason you're lagging or there's a problem with you being able to move runes when you get picked, then you're just gonna have to sit for this boss fight because we can't just keep rolling until RNG never picks you.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't here for normal.
Do those balls spawn on heroic that you can't touch in that phase?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The lines are the mythic only part, which you don't get.
So the balls, what's to know about them besides don't touch them? Like if they're on top,
They do damage and they slow the shit out of them.
and will they move out the way?
They are constantly moving randomly around the room.
You have to move around them as you're guiding the room around.
They go in a straight line in whatever the direction is.
Yeah.
I believe they just always go from the middle to the outside. So there's not a whole lot you have to think about. You just don't walk through it.
Okay.
It is like the slowest bullet hell in any game.
So it's like super odd.
Don't get the reference.
The game's super hot, where you move. No, the world moves when you move.
Oh my god, this feeding horror. Please.
I've been trying to kill it for so long, but I don't think.
You gotta knock him out.
Was Super a shooter, like a single player one? Because I feel like that's on Twitch Prime.
don't know.
That guy healed like half his health.
Trying to live, man.
Oh, he healed more than half his health. He was almost dead a couple times.
Another difference in heroic that I don't think we had to deal with in normal is when you're running out with the bombs, they're permanent. The orb they spawn.
They're not permanent. They explode twice.
Oh, okay. Well, it takes a while, doesn't it? We have to like move the raid along a little bit.
He's disappeared.
Yeah, Super Hot's on
Disappeared
Twitch.
again.
Super Hot's at least on my Twitch Prime because I've collected every game from him. Never played it, but
It's an interesting game.
because like all the Twitch Prime games I play were at least the horror ones. Because I love horror games.
Things I would point out for tanking relevance is I know we were running like the tank ad off to the right, far away, and then the raid was usually standing to the left of the boss. So most of the time we had to like run away from the boss and then start attacking it. I would say run it on the whatever side the raid is relevant to the boss, and so it's behind the raid, so it's easier for them to turn and be in range to attack it. And melee don't need to worry about starting off on it. Let it start coming towards melee before you switch to it. This way we have it more likely to die under the boss or very close to the boss instead of in BFA.
So, if you are on that note and you do not have both of the weak auras that I linked, go and get them now.
Can you just share them in raid chat?
It worked.
Oh yeah, I can.
I've been having troubles with the website saying you can't search for anything.
Well, that's why I put the
Move
link
speed
to
is
them.
to it.
Yep, there we go.
So do you only have to have the weak aura if your name is on that list?
Essentially, like the rest of you don't matter.
Oh shit, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, in terms of this mechanic, the rest of you really don't. It's just 10 people that need it. I just didn't know who we were gonna have tonight, if people were gonna miss, so I just planned ahead of time and just linked it so everybody could get it.
Gotcha.
What if people die?
That is why there are 10 people and not 6.
Yay, the warrior friends don't need the add-on.
Yeah, it's simple. Just don't die.
You know, there's a tip on WoW's loading screens that says that just make sure that you don't go to 0 and they do.
It's the best way to kill bosses.
It's reliable.
It always
It
works.
does tend to be.
The overall flow of this fight, though, does not change from normal. It does not get significantly harder. It's just kill ads, kill boss. And the people that are doing the circles just need to not fuck up. I would say you probably want to tank the boss around here, which is what I saw in a lot of the videos on this ring. Make sure you guys aren't actually standing on the ring symbols. This way everybody that gets the bombs can run to the wall and actually not hit other people.
So there's going to be orbs floating around the circles, and someone's got to collect them.
The orbs hurt you. Or is this a mechanic I'm not aware of?
Well, that's what I thought. Someone's got to stand in circles and collect something. Judging how the icons are on a specific icon on the circles. Because if it,
mechanic you're talking about.
well, I just see icons on each circle lined up.
Oh, you weren't here for normal, huh?
I was not.
Okay, so you probably what happens is these runes, one of them will light up with a beam coming off of it, and another area will have an indentation. You can actually see all the indentations if you come over with me. See this spot right here? This is always where this rune will end its ring. So you can very easily tell exactly where you have to take it every single time. And it never moves. And one of these symbols will light up, and what you do is you just walk along with it, and as you're walking, while you're standing over it, it'll circle around. And you just keep circling with it until it gets to that point where the light disappears.
And from what I was reading,
and dodge balls. There'll be little balls that are very slowly traveling through the room. You just avoid them.
And from what I was reading, the rings, like, you have enough time for one person to pretty much go all the way around it as long as we are on top of it. And like,
you do. It takes, for the longest pathing, it takes 38 seconds, and we have 40. So as long as you don't screw up, you will always just be able to move it left.
I was hoping it would be like Lavaca and Wildstar, where the bunch of balls were floating around the room as one face, and one person has to collect them. Well, for each ring. Because that's what this room reminds me of. It reminds me of Lavaca. This is the exact layout of the room, except there was a bunch of incinerators in the corners.
Let's get buffs out. Take your flasks. Check your oils, all that stuff. Check your durability.
Healers? Sorry, did you mention we were changing that ad positioning?
Yes. Just for tanks need to figure this out while you're going, but you guys were off. The raid was often to the left of the boss, and the tanks run off to the right, and then we'd have to run way over to start attacking them. Run whichever side the raid is on relevant to the boss. This way it passed through the raid, and we don't have to run so far to switch to it. It just
Gotcha.
has to not hit you, so it doesn't really matter where you put it. And melee, you don't need to attack the ad right away. Let it get near melee range, and then you can switch and help kill it. Range should just be switching and starting it off.
So this boss is like Kale Thoughts, which is a bunch of ads.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, in the first phase, he will spawn an ad on a tank that spawns. The tank runs away, deposits it. It starts moving towards the tank. If it reaches the tank instantly kills everybody. And when that ad dies, it spawns a bunch of little ads. So hopefully that ad will die on top of the boss. So then we can just AoE down the little ads, no big deal. And the transition phase, 2 big ads will spawn. You guys just fight those big ads if you're not doing the circles.
So this will be my signet fight when I switch back to Venthyr.
Yeah,
basically.
a lot of good opportunities to Bladestorm.
Yeah, that assumes Recklessness gives me Bladestorm because every time I've been casting it, it's just been giving me Avatar.
I don't think you need 2 Bladestorms on this fight, so you use 1 regardless. But I say we just give it a try, let people see. Wait, it has been a little while since we've been back here.
Ellis, are you here?
He just posted in officer chat. His computer restarted on him out of nowhere.
Alright, let's get a pull in. It's not just standing around.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I cannot use that item.
he does those things
This
too.
right here, look out, move to the right. It's gonna go right
I'm gonna see that one.
Move to the wall with these, move to the wall.
They go straight across Nobu, so.
They're
Yeah,
real awkward.
I saw 2 of them. I didn't see the one that hit me.
Range, get ready to switch to this. Range switch. Slow it if you can. Oh.
Guess it can't be stunned.
They cannot. Melee switch. These little lads. Alright, move the boss back a little bit. Atlas is about to go through the raid. Be slow on it. Melee switch while it's on top of us. Range switch to the ad.
Okay, beam sending it towards the center. Got it.
Yeah, they wherever they start on whatever side of the room, they go straight through the center to the other side.
Yeah, you don't
Everybody,
see
we're
the
gonna
other
get
half.
knocked out. If you get marked, get ready to run to the runes. There's the markings.
Ad here on my face.
Start following your rune. It's the glowing one with the laser popping up out of it.
Whoa.
Star's dead. Somebody get Star.
They're
It's the
not
center ring right
scanning
next to the raid.
thing that's coming through the raid.
There you go. Chrono got it.
Orbs are coming through the.
Move off of it, probably, and move back on it.
Everybody's standing underneath the cloud.
It's just not moving. Okay. Oh, because you don't have the marker. You can only do it if you have the symbol. So yeah, I'm running Infinity.
No.
So, a bunch of people are dead though, so it won't finish. We,
Just did a B-res set on healer.
There's a lot dead.
Yeah, we're gonna view it so we can.
Yeah, no, I.
What healer can do the most work?
Rusted Root.
Shamans would be the.
I can do
And
quite a.
what we have access to.
Depend. Is there a mob I'm gonna be moving around when I'm doing it? Because if there's a mob and I can attack, then I can do
You're
a
not
ton of
going
shit.
to be able to attack. One
Yeah,
healer
that'd
needs
fucking
to
hurt.
go run and stand somewhere near the center so you can heal the people that are doing the mechanics. If
That
not
sounds like
two
a-
of you, probably. Because
sounds like a Chelsea job.
Real quick.
do it.
So there is a reason for everybody to have the add-on, or the not the add-on, the weak aura. Because 4 extra people are gonna be marked, and they are the backups just in case something bad happens. So that
it'll
is why.
reassign you, I'm guessing.
No, it shows who are the backups.
Can you
Yeah, I'm gonna get a Jeeves.
Vigora?
Yeah, yeah. One second.
I have a few pointers for the tanking as well. Try to tank the boss more around circle and not so much towards the middle. We don't need quite that much room. And it'll just be a little bit easier when we're transitioning. Secondly, the tanks probably shouldn't be running towards the wall with it. Move like left or right ahead of the circle or behind the circle, depending on where the raid is. Just because the bombs need to be put in that area, and you're not always going to be able to run it in that direction. We also need to be moving the boss as the bombs get placed next to us. Position the boss over a little bit, so the people that get it don't have to run across the room to deposit their bomb. They can just run run towards the wall next to us. We move the boss over. The next set runs the bombs towards the wall next to us. Remember the bombs, you just need to make sure your circle isn't overlapping another person. You can overlap the circles all you want, just as long as you're not, like, the edge of you isn't overlapping the person next to you.
So those bombs leave something residual behind, like
Yes.
okay,
They
so
will
they,
leave an orb on the ground that will not deal damage to you when it gets dropped, and then it will pulse out and explode again after a little bit of time. So that's why you need to make sure you put them against the wall, and people can move. Don't have to move so far.
Do you have any Gs or repair bots? I know someone was asking.
Yeah, just one person got.
I'll drop one when I finish eating it.
I can drop mine here.
Also, Sal,
Sorry, you're behind so well.
Everybody repair.
Thank you.
Sal, tanks can get the mechanic during that phase, by the way. Your name was on the list. As a backup, obviously, not one of the, actual people supposed to be doing it.
Yeah, you can get the runic affinity.
All right, I'll grab it.
That's kind of
when
weird.
our break
Everybody needs it.
Yeah, but I don't ever see a reason for the tank to do it.
Oh, no, but everybody else needs to get it so they know if they're a backup or not.
4, 3, 2, 1.
When we lost on this one?
At the end, because there's a mechanic that will wipe us if you want. Remember, guys, be near the boss. Don't be too far out because you can't move, so you're not going to take. Whichever DK was marking these, by the way, keep doing that. Or change the icing whenever the boss goes up. Good job moving the boss. Move that away. DK chains of ice that again, please. Range switch. Perfect. Melee switch. Bombs to the wall next to us. Don't put it. Tanks running behind the rain. Not so far. You're way the fuck out there. Nobody can attack that. Range switch. Bombs to the wall.
Earthbind totem works on that ad.
Bring it through the boss, please.
Just trying to dodge beams.
Pull the boss over here.
Stop attacking. Alright, we're gonna be pushed out to the outside. There's a bomb.
Why did it assign Bell?
Despair.
Let's get these ads together one week.
Despair. Despair.
Oh, Aeolus is dead. Aeolus, why didn't you say something?
It didn't assign me. I didn't have anything pop up.
You are.
Yeah, you are.
Should assign you to circle.
Okay, then that other one did not show up. Like the one that's supposed to show your mark did not come on the screen.
Probably because you're dead.
No, even before that.
What is checking?
I was definitely alive when they went out.
I died to Fate Fragment.
Is that this ball?
I had the same thing. It said I had runic affinity, but it didn't show me anything like a mark or anything like that.
You were a backup.
Unstable
Nobu,
acceleration
you weren't,
is just pulsing damage going out to the entire raid during that time. That's what took people low,
Oh.
and then we failed the mechanic, so just one shot everybody.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I just it's a little bit chaotic trying to figure out who I should be healing and who I can leave to the raid.
So the marked people are the center person's healing targets. If they're not marked, so if you can't see symbols, you should probably fix that.
I
That'll
think
help you find them quickly.
I mean like I can see the moon on Sal.
Sal? Well, that's what you're looking for. He's the only person currently marked.
Hey,
All
hey,
right.
Teach, relink those because I had them. I downloaded them before the raid, but for some reason that reboot, they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to log out or else it will not save them, I think.
That is probably what happened, and with the full forced restart, it did not save them.
I'll be right back while we're taking a break.
Is it break time?
It is,
Yep,
yeah.
break time is out.
4.
Must watch while start video now.
heretic. Here, have another Katie.
Okay, how do death rolls work?
Wow.
Just watch. You'll see.
Back. Sorry, had to help change baby.
You roll the 1, whoever hits 1 pays the other person the full price.
Keep rolling out of the number. Basically, the other person just rolled until you get to 1.
100K, that's ballsy.
Some
Dropping a
people
cauldron.
have more money than brains.
I should get more gold. I'm only like at least like 500,000.
Fuck.
Well, dude. Oof.
Hey, can I get my cloth back that I gave you? Thanks.
There's a cauldron down.
You can have your expensive cloth back.
I appreciate it.
I can barely see these markings. One sec. I have to figure out how to make them more visible.
Everybody but Bell and Alice are here on the mini check, so I'll just go this. Well, some of you with the balls were running, like, putting it like on the platform because you're trying to put it between 2 balls. Ideally, you guys don't spread the balls out so far, so people don't ever have to do that would be great. Because the last set of balls, when we transition, will still be up for a bit of a duration, and that could cause us a wipe as anybody needs to go run into that area to do the circles. So just keep that in mind. Try to get them against the wall and try not to spread so far out so people don't have to run very far, because that's just going to cause us to lose a lot of damage. Other than that one time Vial jumped really far away, all the tank ads were good that go.
Alright, cool.
Alright.
Oh.
So during the rings, I'll be prioritizing people with markings. Is that right?
Yes, those are the people that will be doing the circles in the middle.
Okay.
So, just for my own information, what are the fate fragments?
You talk about the balls that like float around the arena?
I mean, is that because I got hit by the fate fragments, but I wasn't really near any balls. That's what killed me.
Let me look.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking it up real quick just so I know.
I wonder if there's a way to put them into their own group.
Nope.
No.
A lot of
Because-
people's UIs won't dynamically update. I know mine won't, and yours won't either because you're using GitBot.
Yeah. Rip.
Even so, the biggest thing with that, we're going to be in combat, right? You can't really switch groups. So.
I don't see it. The only things going on in that phase that I'm aware of are the orbs that are floating around.
Well,
Yeah.
the
yeah.
healbot interface is slightly different. Like, it can look at groups in order to present them to you, but it can also look at other factors in order to present them as separate, like pseudo groups. Like I have main tanks in their own little.
Yes, but Healbot does not dynamically
Yeah.
update in combat.
That's a problem.
Which fucks me a lot when people just
like I
drop
said,
raid.
if you have this add-on or the weak aura, it will show you exactly who is debuffed and who's going to be running.
But she can't heal off that. That's her problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
then she
can't.
has to
Oh,
look
yeah,
at the
I know.
spreadsheet, try to find them in the raid. But if you have the symbol showing up clear enough, it's anybody with the symbol is your healing target.
Great.
And after you do 1 or 2, you'll let us know if you might need another person to help you keep them alive.
Okay.
So there is just a lot of passive damage going on in that phase. Healers might need to set up some type of like rotation or something. Those are all my inputs from the last bolt.
Waiting on Trucker.
He just texted me and said his internet went out.
Do you want me to heal? Or do you want to go with 4?
As we just need to see more mechanics, I'd say just switch to healing and we can give it a pull and you can join us on the next one / when he gets in.
You got it.
This fight is all about just getting familiar with the mechanics that are going on. A tip for the lines going through the arena, if you have one spawns next to you, if you stand right on the edge of the black line where you're not in it, no other line can hit you.
Hey, this Trucker, my internet just went out.
We
So-
heard. We're gonna give a pull without you.
Okay.
Just come in as soon as you can.
Okay.
Oh, this ain't good. I'm starting this pull with 40% mana.
It's awesome.
Damage. And meteor damage. No big deal.
Balls to the wall. Remember, you can overlap the circles, just don't hit each other. Range, get ready to switch. Get that Chains of Ice for us, please. Thank you. Melee, come out and switch. Let's finish this off.
We need to move the boss. Too late.
It's gonna come right through the raid. Range switch. Chains of Ice, thank you. Everybody switch to that. Move to the right. Move to the right.
Shall I onk?
No.
No. Too many people are dead. You were probably trying to avoid a mechanic, but that was a terrible place for the tank ad.
Where?
Way the fuck out there.
Well, I was actually going to ask, the closer I am, the more raid damage there is, so I wasn't sure how close you want tanks to be, because I can, like, have the circle right next to the raid, but...
Like 40 yards away.
I was
to get to, like, max healing range.
I was also banking on us moving the boss that direction, because we should be cutting the boss along the wall because of the bombs, like our original strat, so that's kind of why I moved in that direction.
Yeah, that's true. Some people ran ahead of the way we were going and planted bombs all along there, and I think that's what caused the confusion.
Do we have any reses out?
Try to always put the bombs either right next to the raid or behind the raid, so to the left of the wall would be ideal, not in front of us. Because then when we're moving the boss, we would have to move the boss really far for the next set to go into that position. But if you guys always run to the wall right next to the raid, and you have more than enough time to have you guys three just spread out slightly so you're not overlapping or hitting each other. There's a pretty long duration on it.
I got Kael'thas. His new voice is awful.
It's not that different.
It's awfully
It
different.
is definitely different.
It's not that different though. Like it's pretty similar.
Night elf mongrel. I shall not fail the Lich King. Come and meet your end.
He was merely an instrument, a stepping stone to a much larger plan. It is all
desires mean nothing.
The masters.
You are acolytes of the master method.
So the tank ad, with the tank ad, like let's say, so the boss is like tank to circle to start, the bombs go out like along this wall. That means I would want to like spawn the tank ad here, roughly, because the boss is just going to be kited that direction anyway, and then we can not only cleave the ad down,
that's fine.
also the little mini ads down. Well, I noticed like we're having range switch and then melee switch when it's just like, yo, the boss can be right on top of the ad at all times, because the only the only interaction with the raid is like how far the tank is initially when the ad spawns. After that, as long as the tank doesn't get hit, the boss can be right on top of the ad.
That's what we want, ideally.
Which,
yeah,
you know,
boss can be
what we
pulled
want to.
over and tanked along the ad. That would be great. But what we were doing in normals a lot of time was the ad was just everybody was turning to it and it was dying in the middle of nowhere, and then the ads were just out of control.
Yeah.
So that's why I was telling melee not to worry about getting on it right away, because range usually have it like half health or more before it gets to the boss.
Okay.
Do you want to kick Trucker until he's back, just so we knocks it down a player?
Minions, destroy these
5,
interlopers.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Remember, guys, move to the wall right next to us, not star way out there. Tank ad's going out. Get ready to switch to it. Melee, stay on the boss. Okay. Alright, everybody switch onto it.
Alright, whoever has that bomb on the middle of the ring, that was not to play.
Get on this tank ad. It's coming through the raid, get to the left.
Oh, that's it.
I didn't see where it went. Again, you guys are panicking when you're getting the bomb. Run directly to the wall next to us and then spread out. You have plenty of time. And the big black beam that comes through the room doesn't do much damage if you haven't been hit by it within the last minute. Just pop a defensive and take it when you plant the ball. It'll probably be better than overlapping it with the raid. I don't know if one of the tanks or anybody in melee can like call out the position for the black things going through the raid, because I'm having a bit too much trouble keeping that in mind.
Nerix, that's why we're moving the boss. So like ideally, right, we start the boss like say we have the boss kind of where like Sal and me are, right? Everybody gets bombs. They all just run directly out right here, drop bombs. We move the boss around the room, over to like here, tank him for a while, get bombs again, directly to the room.
So let me interrupt there real quick, okay? There's one thing I don't think you and Sour saw is, Nux makes a good point. Is that last set of bombs, right, where the things before got hectic, they didn't have anywhere to put them without going ahead of the boss. So I think we need to start the first set of bombs, like the closest one. If we're starting over there, the closest one needs to be on this side of the markers. Like we can't.
Yeah, that's because people are running ahead of us and dropping
Yeah,
them.
but what I'm saying is I dropped one here. I'm saying that's still too far ahead.
Oh, okay.
Right, because I dropped one here, then somebody else dropped one over here, right, and that was our first set of bombs. And yeah, I mean this one was kind of far ahead, but even if you would have dropped it here, like as close as you could have, we're still gonna run out of that. So I think we just need to
Try
be
to
mindful.
put them behind the raid a bit.
Yeah, always go like behind and to the left when you can with the bombs. Just don't freak out. Just move and just move them out that way. That's all. I think they did a really good job on the fly, except that one that got put on the tracks, but we'll be good.
And that one that got put on the tracks, there was black stuff there, so it was get hit by one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, he was
better to sacrifice yourself than.
Is Trucker back? I show him online.
He's not online on my end. On Battle.net.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just trying him in guild, but I just hasn't picked him up.
Yeah, I tried to invite him. It says can't invite him, so he's not online.
Yep.
Let's roll.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right a little bit.
Alright, these bombs will go to the left. Left up against the wall. Left up against the wall. Let's get the Gauster up. Turn your viewers on. It's fine.
Okay.
What's the ad? What's the ad?
Go. Safe. Oh shit. What?
I feel like
I say that.
I'm terrible at that fucking mechanic, I'm just saying.
I feel lied to. And dead.
Yeah.
But mainly lied to.
It's alright.
Keep going. Let's get as much XP as we can. Keep that shade slow. Head back to the boss. Don't kill that shade yet. Don't kill that shade yet. Wait for it. Now kill it. Now kill it. Being faster with these taunt swaps, you can't have the boss going that far.
Get near the black stuff. Get near the black stuff. Alright, he's about to transition. We need to move away from these black balls on the wall. He's gonna push us into them.
All of your
No,
healers are dead.
No, the tank ate the ad, so GG. So
I think putting it in front of us is not working out because we move the boss towards it, but it's not dying fast enough, so therefore it's not... We have to move the boss backwards, but then we need to be moving forward at the same time. Or if it's behind us and coming into us, then we don't have to keep repositioning the boss.
Like
So
that
we
third-
just like stack it right on range.
Yeah, that third one seemed like that's becoming the problem. The first ones are pretty smooth. So I mean, what do you think, Sal? Like, what would be easier for you? Because like right there, you were trying to kite the ad out, but you had the boss on you. Should there be a taunt swap there, like, or should
That
he
was
still be on you?
that taunt swap was me.
Okay, I'm making sure because I don't pay attention to the tank mechanics, right? I trust you guys to know what you're doing. So yeah, we always want to. I think honestly, the big ad's fine, and we can like the Sal's, especially that first kite where you just kited him like in a small circle around the boss, was fantastic because you kept him in my blizzard.
Do you have any stones out or anyone that could pop or DPS pop?
It was pretty awesome. So can we do that every time? Is it gonna be a problem to do that every time? And so, I mean, that goes for Sal and for Vile. Like just kiting that big ad in a small circle around the boss.
I'll do it every time. I just need to taunt swap so that it's all lined up proper.
Also, it's way better for the little ads if you interrupt them and not AoE stun them, because then they'll actually group up a bit and not spread out, or stay spread out.
I think you can grip them, DK. So
Can, I don't know if we have, they don't have AoE grip anymore, do they?
Not in Unholy.
Yeah, it's only blood.
No. Slappers.
Well, you have slappers.
Oh, yeah, are they unholy? That'd be fucking great.
That's not unholy, it's Necrolord.
It's Necrolord.
Well, okay, come on.
I think Relivia has slappers, Voodoo is a Vendir.
To be fair, Darth is a blood main, right? So you can't give him too much crap.
Wasn't Subverter blood? Because that's what I see.
Subverter's a warlock.
Oh, I was mixing colors up.
For AoE slappy hands, I would, since we only have the one, I would say if we need to move the boss and you see the boss is moving far away from the ads, then probably use it to bring the ads over to the bomb.
I mean, that's a big DPS loss if we ask her to hold it. So if you can line it up whenever you can, is all I'm asking for. Yeah, that works.
Olivia's the Necrolord.
Otherwise, the balls looked like they were handled a lot better that time, up until like we were wiping.
Just you use it whenever you want, really. What's going to give you the most damage, right? I mean, that's a 2-minute cooldown. That's a lot of your damage, so we're not going to ask you to hold it.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was important for damage. I thought it was just utility.
You know, she gets a ton of strength out of it, so.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Use the black stuff.
Circle, move over. Let's see far forward, circle.
Tank cat.
Oh, the sad works like the plagueful slimes on the first boss.
That was good spacing.
Black stuff.
Died.
Back. Oh, never mind. I thought it was on me for some reason.
It's fine, it's fine. We can
Tank
recover.
cat's behind us.
No big deal. Switch to it.
Need to kite because of the bomb placement, so
Everybody move on ahead.
let it come in a little bit more. Beams.
Side of the black shit. Use defensive if you're taking the hit. Good job.
Watch those knockbacks. That's
All the bombs despawned over here, so just walk backwards.
move over, move over.
Beam.
Alright, switch to that
Let's
tank.
get a range. Get that range interrupt on that far one. The range interrupt on that far one. Alright, let's get these ads down. Ready for the knockback.
Look out for the thing spawning balls right next to us.
Oh, fuck
Diggity?
me. It blasted me right into the.
Yeah, this fucking weak ward is covered up my screen.
Back up on diamond.
Gotta get rid of it.
Back up on mid. Back up on diamond. Back up on mid.
Marks didn't go.
Almost
we're all dead.
everybody who's marked is dead.
We're all dead.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 or 5 out of the 10 marks are dead, and there's 6 rings, so that's a wipe.
So-
Well, the moon is still on Sal, not on Con.
Alright, to answer the question of what is the fate fragment. So, everybody look real quick on that little colorful rainbowy black ball that's slowly rotating around the room. That is the fate fragment. It's not the balls that are shooting straight forward. It's the one that's on the ground that's slowly rotating outside the ring.
That's shooting the balls in.
Yeah, it's generating
Yes.
them.
But it also does damage itself.
Oh yeah, it does a lot of damage.
Yes.
Don't stand in it. It hurts.
We have questions what it was for, so.
Yeah, I don't think my healbot's gonna update the markings in the frames.
Any of the DPS shamans can pop or anything.
Oh shit, sorry, god damn it. I'm not used to having a soul stone.
Does it hide out of range? You probably don't have range in a lot of people.
It's just that the weak order said that it was gonna mark Con with Moon, but Sal was still marked with Moon. And he was in range.
Was he alive? It might know switch marks because he was dead.
Not sure. Need more information. I'm gonna suspect that because Sal has always had a moon, that it won't do my marks in combat potentially, but I can't be sure.
Tal alumen nos indorai.
Well, if there's another healer not using Healbot, we can try having them go in the middle. It'll be easier for them to target people. And I
Can
will see
you-
if there's a way to get Healbot to dynamically update. I believe there is. I just don't know where the command is.
I'm 90% sure there is.
I have to play with it to find out. I can't do it now.
All right, check your stam kits, check your oils, all that good stuff.
So Teach is going to heal the people that are marked, right?
I can.
Okay. Give it a go.
Your fire burns within
Oh hell yeah, I'm hot as fuck.
Well, being hot as fuck is entirely an opinion of matter.
Oh, and those people
No,
that are
that's
doing
pretty
the
much confirmed.
circles, as soon as the knockback starts, you should start running towards wherever your symbol is going to be. Or towards the middle so you can adjust quickly.
Ugh, you're Drano, you're gross.
4.
Well, I think I'm hot as fuck.
2, 1.
Agreed. Draenars are for the win.
Good job with those bombs. Switch to the side.
Twist fate.
I fucked up the bomb immediately. The whole raid was next to the wall.
Get the big guy, get the big guy. Do you think?
Black stuff? You say? Get the black stuff. We're about to transition. Get this hard switch to the side. Hard switch to the side. Positions at 70. Pull it to the edge of the room. And watch out for the circles going over. Who's interrupts at all?
Circle coming in towards right now. Watch out.
I see the problem.
Black ball coming through, look out. Oh, we lost.
Watch the orb spawner.
The problem is that the symbols don't actually appear on your character.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not marking the characters. That's why.
It's just the weak arches. Yeah, that's they'll never show up on
Good
your
job.
Let's get a BS on Moose. This big ad dead.
Incoming moose. Watch out, he druid.
Synth is out.
Ball's coming.
Giggity. One coming right through the boss.
Ooh.
Cookie, everybody. Bombs behind us, bombs behind us.
I'm dropping a mana type.
Great job on those bombs. Gout's coming right through the raid.
Did they get down?
Make room for Bell so she's not overlapping.
I used to be defensive. Better to squeeze it in.
Black stuff.
There's a big bear.
Yeah, a lot of things dead. That was a really good attempt.
Yeah, making progress. Keep it up.
It's really funny the tank mechanic just being the tank and cat farm running around in a circle.
Yep.
I feel like Sal's chasing his tail.
Yeah, and then here you don't have to be stingy with your interrupts, right? If you have an interrupt, just use it on those small ads, right? Especially melee, lowest cooldown. You're typically going to be on them the most. So let's make sure that we're trying to keep those things interrupted and grouped up as much as possible.
Alright. I can go back into the rings. I think I'm just gonna have to go to the other side so that the people who are in range are the ones who need the heals the most.
I mean, I had the people who were things. I just accidentally fat-fingered Lust.
Yeah, Crash. So the safest place during the black beams, right, is going to be right next to one that's going off. Yeah, you get to the edge of the route. Yeah, just get out. I mean, you can eat one of the beams anyways. It's really not that big a deal. It doesn't do a lot of damage, right? It's just when you eat another beam within the next minute, then you're likely going to take a chunk. And
You're likely dead. I literally had half a second left on mine, and it one-shot me with work skin up. If Halsey thinks she can do the healing in the middle, it'd be better if she does it, unless you plan to heal this fight every time we do it. Just, it's better that one of the healers has practice, that's always doing.
Oh, we need some food. I need some food. It's there. Let's have click on it. How did you fail algebra?
Couldn't find X.
I did not
Well,
do the
why?
homework.
I mean, that's because you
Ask
couldn't.
her why.
Not because you didn't do it, it's because you were too lazy to do it.
5,
No, fuck homework in math class. As long as you pass the test, that's all that
2,
matters.
1.
Apparently not very wise though. black. Good bombs.
So what's this ad?
Beam soon.
Good luck wheelchairs.
So what?
Slow DPS.
Yeah, we're about to transition. We need to kill this tank cat. Switch these little ones.
Big eyes up. Hard switch. Big eyes up.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we're dead.
Whoa.
Good night, sweet princess. Boop.
I was like, I'll help DPS the ad.
Caught his tail.
Not sure that was profitable.
I thought we just globaled it. I was like, damn, now that's
Right?
a hard switch.
Obliterated that thing, man.
That's what I thought too. But
Touch of death.
I'm like, I'm gonna go thrash it. What's the harm in thrashing it?
Strong bear instincts.
Right?
Well, we learned the harm just now.
I'm gonna help my teammates.
Touch of death in that ad helps pad my meters.
When we're transitioning to remember range, really prioritize those big ad interrupts. I don't know if you guys have been doing it since I'm always doing circles.
Cheese is up.
Chrono.
Oh, I'm ready, sorry. I was looking at shit.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey,
Shh.
Add switch.
Twist fate.
Add switch.
Good selection.
Stop BPS.
We're transitioning soon. Slow.
Merc the ad, please.
Bring this ad to the outside of the room, and it'll be easier for us to deal with little X. Outside of the room, not boss.
Oh, there you go. No, good.
Twist fate.
Ready for to be pushed out.
Kelsey, do you want to heal the people running around?
Yep, I'm just gonna go to the other side of the ring.
Despair.
Range, help interrupt these outside guys. Look out for the black ball that's coming through the group as I walk.
You can do it. Go on, go.
You're just showing what happened.
It says I've got runic affinity, but don't have a mark.
Grippo, go do blue, because for some reason it gave him cell. I think that's the very center ring.
Yes.
Very center ring. Grippo.
It's okay, yeah, Mike. Oh, I see. I think.
I got it. It's fine. I got it. Go on. Go back. Go to
Get off this one. Get off this one.
It's never going
Not
to
this
make it
ring.
if you don't double up in the middle. It was the farthest possible distance, which is 38 seconds. If that ever happens, the healer in the middle probably needs to start it.
That's assuming
it moves super slow. You
hold
can
on.
cast.
That's assuming the healer has runic affinity. We can't rely on
Oh, you're
equal
right. Sorry.
positions. We
You're
have
right.
to. So Grippo, in that case, you're a standby marker, right? Honestly, we need the tanks to get the weak aura just to see if you get marked for it.
I have the weak aura.
If a tank gets marked, call it and call your marker specifically, so that way we know to cover for you. I'll look for it as well, but I don't know. Tank's got a lot going on. I'll call it out if Tank gets it, and then I'll call who's going to cover for him. Easy enough.
Anybody who was doing the marks didn't get healed? Ogre?
I was doing okay. I was kind of out in the ruins and all that.
Okay. I just need to figure out what to do.
Some lock rocks if good.
I definitely was only healing marked people, which is good. But I think the arena is just so big that like the people who are on the outer rings sometimes get fucked. I might have to like actually follow people around.
Well, I think if you stand like close to the middle, you should be able to get everybody.
Yeah, I was on the middle inner ring. Like not the circle, but the
Yeah.
you know what I
The
mean?
gray,
Like
yeah, the
the
gray
innermost
ring,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I couldn't reach Ogre and I was getting like
The ogre was on the
heals,
ogre was on the very outside, and he was close to these other healers.
yeah, so that was probably fine.
Yeah.
I do wish it would put a mark on people's heads.
We're working on it.
Oh, can you make it do that?
We're gonna try to. We'll see what it
We're
does.
trying some stuff to make it work.
If you get a mark on your head and it doesn't match what the weak aura says, always follow the weak aura.
5,
Just like Rodden if you did it.
2, 1.
Twist fate.
The black stuff. Far. Reversed in their direction.
Slow on boss, slow on boss, slow on boss. Focus abs.
Hard switch, stop.
Hard
Stop.
swap. No.
Oh god, I have Runic Affinity.
You're fine, you're not letting people mark.
Despair.
It gave me blue. Is there anybody else that has blue?
No, you go to blue. Go to blue. Go to blue. In the middle. Go.
All right, yeah. Here, I think.
I died.
It was this.
Come help me, Kelsey. Come help me. Somebody.
Circle's dead.
It's too before when we get that ad that's going to happen during the transition, if you put it at the wall, it would be a whole lot easier to do with those ads on it. Because then they'll just blast it and you all get pushed away.
Is that what was killing people? Because, like, we were getting nuked.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
things
they're
do,
just sitting there free casting and nobody can attack them.
Yeah, those things do 13k a pop on average.
Okay.
And for a note, those things spawning orbs around the side of the room, you can't walk behind them. That's what killed me last time. You have to walk in.
There was a
towards
gap.
the center.
I had a gap. that worked for
Maybe
me.
where I was, but I hit like a little bit of an invisible wall. So yeah, there's a gap against the wall, and it pushed me into it.
Yeah, I had one time where I was able to get through that little curve gap, but it's pretty tight.
Otherwise, it was a good pull. I didn't even have to do the circle mini thing. It was solved for me, which just will happen sometime. Did people get marked that time? I didn't notice. I removed Sal's moon, so.
Sal's
didn't
moon
get
got
marked.
removed a while ago.
But I was supposed to be circle, so it didn't mark me.
Okay, well then mine's not working. Do it.
Unfortunately, we
I wonder if you have to have
use
lead,
social
'cause I know sometimes assist doesn't do it on some of those items.
What if I get rid of it? Like, will me having that?
Oh, it does say requires promotion to leader.
I will. I'll handle it. Don't worry about that. If a healer or a
No, I mean, will it mess up
No,
a circle if I go run in?
yes, if you stand on top of somebody, it changes the direction it's going, right? So
Can you switch lead to me, stop?
No.
Is that true if the other person doesn't have runic affinity?
No, you can't.
If,
You can't interact
if
with
they
them.
do not have runic affinity, they cannot interact with the rune at all.
Or switch to the shade, all DPS. I'll try something here real quick.
Twist fate.
Hard switch. All DPS switch. We should slow up boss damage down some and hopefully make that timing a bit smoother.
Next to the black stuff.
Once
Bring
the
this
sad
one.
spawns, hard switch.
Hard switch. Just to be safe, better to do
That was too close.
Yep.
That's it. But I think so. Hard switching like that, where everybody switches, I think we'll solve that weird transition timing.
Okay.
So, because right there we were at like 73% ish when the ad was coming out.
I agree, that's definitely
Yeah.
better. And all those ads get under control.
Yeah. I mean, don't. I think we need to be more flexible. Like that may change in the future based off of our DPS increasing over time. But for now, I think that's good. Good strat.
We didn't get far enough from your check of me having lead fixes the worker things.
We'll get there this time. Let's get forward out for everybody and let's kick some ass.
Nobody there.
Nobu.
He literally just typed, like, not that long ago.
This will be the last call for him. Alrighty, let's roll.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's just his head.
Twist fate.
Last reflection.
That's just the end.
Bow tie count.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say that the markings for that are not exactly on the floor.
Cock, it's next to the black stuff.
I think they float in the air.
Let's get this big guy down. This big guy down. And push the boss. Leave off the boss.
Get pushed into one of these black balls when you get knocked out of the middle.
All right, so
Despair.
JoJo's doing it. Are you doing it, JoJo? Dagasso Dimin. Dagasso Dimin.
I'm right here. I can be.
Okay, we got somebody Dimin. We're good.
I'm pulling out.
Free ad.
Orange isn't moving.
Yeah, Sabellum, get on this one with me. We need to go the other way.
Yeah, that is not moving. Try. Orange didn't move at all. Go, Orange, go. We believe in you.
Orange was supposed to
Fly.
be side.
Boom.
It did not mark people. So.
It did not. So it didn't mark people in Right, but the weak aura is still marking people, so
Yeah, so people just have pigeons with the core.
yeah, we're gonna have to rely on the weak aura.
For some reason, weak auras doesn't let you search stuff, so I can't even see if there's another one that auto marks you.
I hate this fight.
It didn't reach us back here.
Can we get another mask closer to him?
I'll drop a Jeeves over here. I need fort buff.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Twist fate.
Shade.
Use the black fiend.
Which was the big ad?
Hold on, DK. That's bad.
Twist fate. Twist fate.
It's gone.
Good transition.
Watch out for the ball that's coming towards us.
It's all good. Go. It's all good. Go. Very good. Push out.
Good job, middle team.
This big
Whoa.
down. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Twist fate.
Ends out.
Beams.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop my mana tide for somebody, because I saw they need a mana.
Switch the ad.
Bow tie, look out. Getting you the black stuff.
Get long, Jojo long. Ends out.
I think all three of us just used the healing tide.
That's so pretty.
It's pretty.
I still got SLT. Whoa.
There's a bomb in the middle.
Bomb in the middle of the raid.
Yeah, you just killed us. Try to recover the best you can.
The black stuff.
We're gonna have like one more big ad.
This is gonna have to be a hard move. There's a bomb in the raid.
Is it going on somebody who's dead or something?
Yes,
Get
the person died with it.
No, they did not.
Looks like it was in Raldio.
No, it was me.
And is the transition.
Alright, kill this big guy and then leave as much as you can.
I'm gonna drop another mana tide.
Push
Good
boss.
job, tragedy.
Good job.
Don't hit the ball, look out. It's your markers.
Go to your markers.
We got a ball next to the ads. Move around.
Triangle looks like it's not moving. I'm on it.
Sir.
Oh shit.
Did you already get purple done? Or?
Yeah, I finished purple. I'm moving triangle. I'm almost there.
I don't see the thing for blue.
Blue might already.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Clean it up, clean it up. Get these ads down, get everything grouped up. Watch the tanks, watch the south.
Too late.
B-res,
Get them up, get them up, get them up.
Get next to the black shit.
Bombs get out, bombs get out.
That boss.
Yeah,
less now, less.
I was physically caught in the wall. You can move
Alright,
through the
they're
wall.
starting to move in the middle. Gonna have to do this. You get called out.
Psy. And Aeolus. Oh, never mind. Psy got it. Or on whoever. Or both of you. I don't know.
Push to the
No,
side.
just go.
Get near the black shit.
I don't know if you want to get someone up, but we do have another B-res.
I'm dropping my healing tide for this.
Fuck, I gotta think. Do I,
No, sorry.
Go
do it.
2 rows.
Alright, how do I don't know how to do this.
Stand on it. Stand on the rune.
With
If it's
it.
blue.
Oh, I'm moving it, alright.
Center is a
There
very,
you
very
go.
slow one.
No, it's easy, guys.
Is that an enrage?
Yes, he's
that's
in
the
range.
enrage.
We'll make the time.
Oh wow.
That means you guys did the mechanics perfectly. We just have to min-max.
Progress.
That's a really good endpoint, I think.
Yeah.
As close as it could be to a kill.
And at least we got enough bosses to get 2 pieces of loot this week.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if this will pull the boss.
No, we're good. Portal's going on.
So, Gerbo, I think you were a little confused on yours. The ring can sometimes lock in on its own. Like, where the ring stops, it's already locked in. You don't have to touch it.
Oh, so, yeah, it was on the blue one, so it.
Or a
assume-
freebie.
Yeah, it doesn't really have to go that far.
You tend to get one of them.
It's fine. So, just some finishing notes, right? So if, especially me, I'm probably gonna be the worst offender at it. If I call you out for doing something wrong, it's not to make fun of you. It's just to raise